Oh, there was a really good story in the Orville this season too.
Oh yeah, well, what was it about?
Does
I
Seth
don't.
still act in it, or does he just write it?
I think he.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah,
What?
he's acting in it. I think he's doing both at the moment, and he seems really happy. I'm happy for him.
Yeah.
That's what he wanted.
But I'm not, since I know, I'm getting the impression that you guys haven't seen it yet, but I'm just going to say...
I saw a little bit of the first season.
Yeah, I'm talking about the current season.
Okay, that's cool.
I'm just going to say the Orville didn't say trans rights, it screamed it and dropped the mic. And
that is awesome.
I'm a big fan. I reckon everyone should check it out.
I'm kind of happy that Seth MacFarlane, like, he still does Family Guy and all that kind of stuff, but he sort of, like, he decided to do a few different passion projects. Some of them worked, some of them didn't. Ted and Ted 2 were very successful. A Million Ways to Die in the West, not so much.
But
it's really good that he got a chance to do the Orville, which I can imagine would be, like, really good because, like, he's obviously, like, it's a love letter to Star Trek. It's not just, making fun of it. It's a huge, like, a fan clearly made it.
Well, like, you saw season 1, right?
Yeah.
And then progressively, as of season 2 and 3, the jokes fade away, and it's now like they'll still crack a joke, but it's because the character's cracking a joke, not because there needs to be a joke in that airspace. So it's now just like a serious sci-fi series.
It's one of those Walking Dead pitched as like an alien zombie thing, and then they just never did it in the comics when they were greenlit and given the funding. And it turned out to be a big hit, so...
Yeah.
Good old lie against places.
I also liked that Seth brought back Cosmos, because I was a big fan of the original.
Ooh, yeah.
And I like space. I think
like
space documentaries are cool.
People, cartoon makers sometimes put in raunchy stuff, so the censors only point to take that out.
Oh, did you see the fucking lord that Alex Hirsch from Gravity Falls fame put out on Twitter?
No.
There's a there's like a 5-minute clip of all of the different standards and practices stuff that actually went back and forward between, and it's incredible.
I think that was like really funny, particularly at the very end where it's like, oh, you cannot say that standards and practices disapproved of this joke on a flyer in your show.
Not approved by standards and practices.
Yeah, not approved. And then it's like, not approved by standards and practices, has been approved by standards and practices. It's like, give me one reason why not. And it's like, okay, fine, approved.
Yeah.
Nice.
It was not, because like that's actually like how bad it is behind the scenes.
Oh, well, you know,
and,
they're dealing with middle America, and America complains about everything.
I just find it like super hilarious how like one of the objections was just like, oh, these two cop characters are a little bit too close.
They're buddies.
They might get confused as like a gay couple. It's like, they're buddies.
Of course.
Oh my god, it's him! It's him! It's him! It's him! It's him! Okay. Okay. Oh, I've been waiting for this moment my entire life. Okay. Fuck you, my dude. Fuck you. You told me many years ago that I would smell you later. Well, guess what?
Never smelled you once.
What
you smell peachy. Okay, carry on.
What shampoo are you using? It's really nice.
Yeah, right? Yeah. Right.
Look at it, the way he spikes his hair up. Oh, you know what? It's hair gel.
Do your pants have pockets?
Should I answer, you've got to be Blaze, right? With, I am, that's amazing. Or, how did you know that? Who are you?
Which is Blaze the movie fan more likely to answer with, I am, that's amazing.
He'd be like, okay, fine.
Because I'm useless.
I'm here to arrest you because you're a useless cocksucker.
Jesus. Wow.
That's actually what the logic in the show.
Blaze was sent to prison, and he's like, why am I in here? And he's like, because you're a useless cocksucker. And he's like, okay.
Oh yeah, I forgot about all those cocks I was sucking. Anyway.
Yeah, and then there was like a wormhole, and he's all like, I'm going to suck your dick. Yeah. No, don't suck my dick, I'm driving.
The best dream I ever had was when a flop sucked my dick. It was amazing.
The Tommy Wiseau of internet content.
Yeah, definitely.
I heard from my gramps that 2 new kids set out from Pallet Town to become trainers. Look like a little bitch is what you look like.
Oh, you want to be a Pokemon.
So I came to check you out. Not like that, I just wanted to clarify that. Not like that. I was thinking you might want some advice on how to beat the gym from an expert trainer like me. But looks like I showed up too late, huh? Seems you're not too shabby yourself. So I love that it's the original music too.
The theme is pretty great.
That is a nice.
You got
little nod to
5
the original.
great balls!
When I made Pokemon Bronze 2,
Yeah.
I forgot what I was gonna say.
That's okay. Weren't you going to be making like a play-alike or like a remake of Pokemon Bronze
Oh,
and Dreams?
I'm doing it already. I've made the battle system. I'm making the
That's cool.
overworld
That's
system.
cool. Doesn't it switch from 3D models to 2D sprites? Okay.
Oh, Pikachu wants you to waggle the remote. You gotta waggle the remote.
Wiggle,
like this?
wiggle.
Oh.
Penis! No! Oh!
I'm actually glad that I named him that now.
Oh my god.
I've definitely had times when mine was doing that.
I thought you were happy. The tail is wagging. Don't you love like the blatant like transphobe jokes in The Simpsons and Futurama's originals?
I don't love them.
Yeah.
It's like
I think he meant that ironically.
I
hope he
like,
meant that
I watched
ironically.
it today, and I'm like, wow, that's kind of.
That it's like, wow, that hasn't aged well, and it also like is completely inaccurate to what a trans person's life is actually like.
It's a shame because I love Ace Ventura, the character, so much.
Oh yeah, for
You
sure.
didn't show me your surprise.
Yeah, it's always like this reoccurring thing where it's like you find out that the hot girl has a penis, and then all the characters in the room start vomiting.
Yeah,
It's like,
yeah,
Look,
yeah.
why was that a thing?
That would
You
make
could maybe
it better.
get away with the character who slept with them having like a reaction, like, "Oh, I didn't realize," or "Oh,
Yeah.
what? That means that they were actually the murderer." But then the whole crowd starts vomiting, and you're like, "Guys, just get the fuck over it. Come on."
Yeah, it's like. I think it would be understandable if someone didn't tell you, and you would like in real life you would have like a slight reaction of just like, oh, like that isn't what I was into, and
In point
it's
of
weird.
fact, I think it's like it's weirder for Ace that he accidentally slept with an animal abusing criminal,
Yeah, exactly.
and that would be a good
sure.
reason to have a dramatic reaction, right?
Yeah, and in fact, it would probably play as a stronger joke if, like, they teased going for the transphobic joke, but then diverted it and went like, "Oh, I slept with a murderer," instead of the other thing. Yeah.
I'd love to do actually a special edit of that IT Crowd episode that ends up being really transphobic.
Yeah. Well, how would you edit it?
I used to be a man. I don't care.
And then credits roll.
Yeah, well, I could edit the latter half and just have the fight be about something else that happened. And
yeah, for sure.
Yeah, because like, I think
that's the interesting thing.
Yeah.
Because like in similar ways to how for Chinese releases of movies they will take out the gay references.
Yeah.
With old transphobic jokes, you can edit them in such a way where they're not transphobic anymore.
And you can't erase
And
transphobia.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. In fact, they should add those like little disclaimers onto like old videos like that. Because like the old Bugs Bunny cartoons have the they did it for Looney Tunes with racist stuff. It's like this was made at a different time. It no longer represents the values of our company.
It was
which
wrong
is,
then.
PR
it's wrong
bullshit,
now. But we've peeled it.
Exactly.
It's worth preserving for historical reasons to understand the sensibilities of the time, and I 100% agree with that.
I agree with that for sure.
Because there was a time when America was actually in favor of doing good international relations with Hitler, but before they entered the war, Captain America was still punching Nazis because some hero was like, "No, fuck those guys."
Yeah, I was just thinking about this. I don't know who to credit because I read it on Twitter and it was someone else's idea, but someone said that they wanted to make a comedy film about Hitler's parents. But a barrage of time travelers from the future are all trying to kill them, and they have to like get out, like they don't know why, and they have to get the fuck away from.
That's one Terminator sequel I would actually watch.
I'm Home, the sitcom starring Hitler.
I heard about that. Yeah, wasn't that lost media for a while?
Yeah, they found it though. But yeah, they lived next to like the Goldsteins or whatever, and it was just like
that is nuts.
neighbors.
That's the thing, because that's not the only time that's been done either, because I think more recently there was like a British comedy or something where it was like, oh, what if Hitler was reincarnated today and like, you know, or like he was just alive today, like how would he interact with modern people kind of thing.
The Führer says trans rights! That would be a horrible irony.
Have you seen that picture of Steven Universe being like, it's okay guys, he apologized?
Oh, yes! Oh. That's a whole...
And then you have all the Steven Universe fans in like the comments being like, that's not what the gems are. That's not how the gems, like what they did. It's like actually what the gems did were pretty bad.
It's complicated.
Yeah. It's fucked up comparison in general to be comparing a cartoon character to real world tragedies.
But they are kind of fascists.
Absolutely. They were a stand-in for
fascism.
Fascism,
yeah,
exactly.
Yeah. Or at least a totalitarian regime.
Oh, for sure.
Which,
for sure.
you know, leads.
The kind of thing that's like, any person who's slightly different or isn't like our ideal version of perfect, like, and doesn't. Yeah.
And they're led by White Diamond. That was not lost on me.
Exactly.
Yeah, but I don't agree.
Oh my gosh.
Like,
that kind of vaguely reminded me of, there was this, like, the thing that actually started the Brony fandom was this article that, said, like, oh, the new My Little Pony cartoon is, like, the fall of, like, all cartoons or something like that. Because, the main princess, Princess Celestia, is, a white person with, like, a phallic symbol on her head.
Okay.
And it's a thing for patriarchy or something like that. And 4chan immediately turned around and went, like, oh, this show sounds awesome. Let's check it out.
And then unintentional wholesome. Hey, we kind
of
and
then they turned around and it was
this.
like, yeah, and it was like, actually, this kind of reminds me of my childhood, and I kind of like the wholesomeness of it. And then everyone just started.
All right. Counterpoint though, the thing that's problematic about Princess Celestia is not that she's white and has a phallic symbol on her head. The fact is that she is a ruling party, like part of a royal family, who's also immortal. And so there's no royal succession, yet they're still called, like, princess and essentially serve as god emperor. So there's no democracy in Equestria. It's, again, a totalitarian regime run by an immortal god king.
Yeah, I guess so. Because like in like the spoiler alert, but like in the last ever episode, Twilight becomes like the new like princess of all of Equestria.
Wasn't
and
there
it's like
oh, you're right. Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, and it's like, it's like no people didn't vote on that. No one voted for it.
Apparently, in Equestria, they purport to be a meritocracy, but hey, did any of the other ponies get the opportunity to study with Princess Celestia and be, groomed for leadership by our fearless leader? No, they did not.
Celestia picked out Twilight, like, when she was at a very young age.
Yeah.
Before she even had a chance to decide what she wanted her life to be.
Right.
I have absolutely no idea what the fuck is going on. Any of that.
That's okay. That's fine.
Basically, ponies are Nazis.
Wow. Alright, well, okay.
Hot take.
Yeah, I don't want to follow that.
My Little Pony.
Oh. One of my favorite shitty meme images is Hitler leaning against the couch and it says Mein Kampf chair.
Oh no.
Oh no.
It's a classic.
I think I think Mel Brooks had the right idea when he was like, the Nazis are hilarious. Did you ever see Squirrel and Hedgehog, the North Korean produced propaganda cartoon?
I have heard about that. It was very surprising.
Pretty wild.
I love how they
North Korea. It is interesting that North Korea does have like a slight film industry / animation industry, and it's all for just propaganda shit.
And they kidnap people.
Yes, and wasn't it? What was it? There was this story of like a North Korea kidnapping like a director from South Korea or something like that to make like a monster movie?
No, I think they actually kidnapped a guy from Japan, who literally directed Godzilla to make him direct the Godzilla knockoff.
Yeah, and then when he moved out of North Korea, when he finally escaped, he did a remake of that same movie, making fun of the original.
That's crazy. Wow.
Yeah, obviously as like a fuck you to the original.
I would love a mod of this game that replaces the main battle theme with the anime soundtrack one.
Oh, that's...
Yeah, that would be pretty cool. I would love a mod that replaces the main character with Ash Ketchum, because I've always wanted a, Did you know Digimon Season 1 had a game on the PSP? That was like a...
Oh, yeah.
Like, Dragon Ball, both Dragon Ball and Digimon have had games that are like adaptations of the anime.
Neat.
I would love a Pokemon game that is just a flat-out, like, Season 1 retelling.
It's done. Wait, yeah, that's been done.
Wait, when? When has that been done? Oh, ROM hacks?
Yeah.
Hey! Yep.
I was
I'm on
thinking
the Game Banana page for Pokemon Let's Go, and there's, like, one of the first results is players train as Red/Ash.
Ooh,
So
that'd be really cool. So there are mods.
They've got model swaps fucking down.
That's awesome. I need to hack my Switch then or something. Let's see. What was I doing? Right, I was going to check on my Pikachu.
Healess Pikachu and Exquisite Eevee.
I kind of hate... I have a love-hate relationship with the fact that Play with Peenus is going to forever be on the pause screen.
Oh, it's going to be on the channel.
Yeah! It's a call-out to all of our audience over 18.
Well, now we can definitely tell YouTube that we are not for children.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. This is proof.
It's tiny.
It's tiny!
You want that? That's what you want to hear.
Penis grew.
I wish my penis grew to level 11. Someone fucking imported the entire Greymon Digimon evolution line into Pokemon Let's Go. That's fucking
Including
sweet.
War Greymon?
Yes, and a form above that.
Doesn't...
That... Yeah! Omnimon? Omegamon?
Shine Greymon.
Oh, okay. I did... Oh, Shine Greymon. Wasn't he in Digimon Frontier?
Probably.
Pokemon
Okay.
runs on Unity now, doesn't it?
Yes, I don't think this one did, but the Sword and Shield made in Unity.
Yeah. And maybe Scarlet and Violet will be too.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to that.
I don't see anything about Scarlet and Violet that isn't just the game again.
Yeah. I mean, there's nothing inherently like
And
that. I mean, it looks pretty. It looks pretty enough, but so does every other Pokemon game.
well, I don't think it looks pretty enough. Actually, I think it looks kind of shoddy.
Really?
It's not very well optimized, and they refuse to learn to optimize their games. And that's neither here nor there. Though, if you're happy with a bit of frame drop, I guess it doesn't affect gameplay because it's turn-based. Whatever. But what I'd like is, to know that there's an option for please don't handhold me through the entire Pokemon League. Because Sword and Shield was really bad for that.
Yeah, holy shit.
There was this YouTuber where he got called out on Twitter by this game programmer, and it was all like, "Oh, YouTubers, please don't talk about video games if you have no idea what you're talking about," or something like that. But the video essay in question was being taken out of context entirely.
Right.
It was the guy was trying to say something along the lines of "Oh, Unity isn't the most optimized engine to be having this Pac-Man emulating a Pac-Man games. There's better engines for it."
Well,
that's all he was saying.
I mean,
but the way that the game programmer was trying to translate it was, "Oh, Unity sucks," which is not what he was saying at all.
No, that is not true. Unity's a pretty decent little engine. It's pretty versatile, but
Google
for sure. But I feel like the guy was trying to take him out of context, and I feel like what you were saying just there is the exact type of thing where if someone snipped it out of context, they could make a whole group of people be like, "Oh, fuck you! The opposite of what you just said is true, and how dare you say this thing?" If they snipped out the bit where you're you do you kind of thing.
Oh yeah. Because
if they snip that out, then...
I have to fucking qualify that. Because every time you say anything on the internet, people are like, if you said something in the moment as part of a stream of consciousness video, then it is a hill you're willing to die on. And ooh, it's Jesse and James.
It's actual.
Did you know about this?
I knew about this. They're in the yellow version as well. So
did you know that Jesse is actually the same age as Ash's mom?
Suspicious.
Leo Benez, 4 kids of the devil.
Yeah, right. I think Jessie would make a good stepmom.
I think she'd make a good MILF.
What? Were you saying something, Freako?
Yeah, Leo Bennett and 4 kids of the devil.
He had to have 4 kids of the devil.
It tickles me just right.
Yeah, the interesting thing about that is that he literally did say 4 kids of the devil because he was doing like a promotional thing or
Who's
like an
this that
advertising
we're
thing
talking
as the
about?
voice of James. Sorry?
Who's this we're talking about?
James is.
The voice actor for James,
Oh.
he said something in reverse. In an episode of the anime, he said something in reverse. He just screamed it.
Yeah.
And then when people reversed the footage, the sound "4 kids are the devil" is like what it sounds like forward.
Oh, shit.
And he was asked about it at a convention, and he said 100% like, yes, that is what I said. And the reason that I said it is because 4 kids didn't fucking pay me because I was doing this advertising thing as the voice of James, and I didn't get paid for that like thing. So
that's
as a tiny revenge, he put that in the episode.
Yeah.
And then they edited it. When they found out, they took it out.
Yeah, because like when you are doing voiceover work for a TV show, you get paid per session, right? And like I think they're supposed to work that out. They're supposed to work out your hours, basically.
Yeah.
And voiceover work is, generally priced lower than live action acting because, of course, there's like a lot less going on, and it's more convenient for pretty much everyone concerned. But the thing is, some companies get the idea that because you have a contract with us, that means we can have you voice anything, and we don't need to pay you extra. They think it's like a monthly stipend and not like a per session per hour.
Is that similar to how, like, when sometimes young animators who don't really know the industry that well will work overtime and not discuss, like, overtime pay?
I think a lot of those people are just... The thing that companies are exploiting is when you are trying to get into a new industry in your entry level, you want to be cheap, available, enthusiastic, and really, really damn good quality. And a lot of them are still at the early stage. They don't have the confidence to just do... exactly what the job entails and not any extra. They feel like, in order to secure my position, I have to be the most exploitable.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Oh, Zubat. Don't want Zubat.
What's wrong with Zubat?
I feel like I'm fatigued on Zubat because every single time you're in a cave in any Pokemon game, it's just non-stop Zubat all the time. Feels like I could have a million repels and somehow a Zubat will still appear.
Zubat is the most legendary Pokemon of all.
I want to be the best there ever was.
Oh,
to
yeah.
beat all the rest. Yeah, that's my call.
That's
Zubat, 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 Zubat.
What the gig he was probably talking about is likely to be those music CDs. Because Jesse and James do appear, and they sing like the full version of the Team Rocket song. And that was around the time Pokemon, the brand, was suddenly exploding, and there wasn't anything else coming from Japan, so the American company was like, make an album!
There is going to be nothing like the Pokemon phenomenon from the early 2000s. I don't care what anyone says. Like, back then, we had the trading card game, we had thousands of, like, soundtrack albums, original music, like, Detective Pikachu kind of, like... Anyway, go on.
Do you know about the Pokemon the First Movie soundtrack album?
Yes!
M2M and stuff.
I love it so much. That music video is like nostalgia.
It was like a song as well about Misty being like, Ash, please notice me.
Yeah, Misty's song. Apparently there's a couple different versions of Misty's song, and some of it is lost media.
Yeah, I've heard that, and I've also heard that the romantic connection between her and Ash was way subtler in the Japanese version.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, I think, what was it? They did say that it wasn't always the original intention, but they kind of like, I'm not sure if it's misquoted or not, and I really don't want to like say it if it's like, if it's like not accurate, but like apparently like a creator.
Well, Mitchell, you have to be able to be factually right all of the time. You know that.
There was this creator of Pokemon, and apparently someone that was writing for the Pokemon anime. And when asked why the female companion of Ash always changes, I think he responded off the cuff saying like, "Oh, we need a new piece of eye candy
for the boys.
every couple seasons."
Yeah.
Or something.
That's exactly what he said.
Yeah, it's a bit bizarre to say that about like a kid, though.
Yeah, but that's kind of the model that anime was running under at the time, and even today. Because a lot of the industry stuff is run by people who are like, I need one long-haired girl for the guys who like long-haired girls. I need one short-haired girl.
Yeah.
And that's the reason behind Rei and Asuka from Evangelion.
Who's your favorite Pokemon companion trainer to Ash?
Who's favorite companion trainer? Tracy will always be best Pokemon girl.
No. Tracy's
I like a girl that draws.
Tracy's
Yeah, Tracy Sketchit. What's wrong with Tracy Sketchit?
I don't know, man.
I just
You don't like Tracy?
I don't hate him. I just don't see anything really to like about him.
I found it kind of interesting. The what was the green-haired dude who he cooked a lot? Oh wait, no, Brock also cooked.
Yeah.
Never mind.
I'll use my trusty frying pan.
as a drawing pan.
Yay!
Yeah. Actually, that reminds me. I was in this LGBT Facebook group, and then someone said like, "Oh, we should change the name of LGBT to Golbat for like gay, omnisexual, lesbian, bi, asexual, and lesbian." And then someone in the comments said, "People always forget Pan," and I posted the picture of Brock with a pan, saying Brock always remembers. And I got 1,000 likes, so I'm happy about that. Thank you.
That's good.
Wow.
Brock always remembers. Ooh, a drinking fountain.
Sounds like an angry drinking fountain.
That's the noise didn't come from the
A
hole.
leaky butthole.
Yeah, it looks
Sorry,
like...
It kinda
I
looks like
it's not
that.
Go to that kind of humor.
Okay. Oh wait, I hope I'm going the right way. This looks right. I think. Yes. As soon as you see Team Rocket, that's a yes. Cool.
There's no heterosexual explanation for Team Rocket.
No, there isn't.
They're all black.
People talk about frickin' left-wing YouTubers transing a generation. It was Team Rocket that transed a generation.
What about Bugs Bunny? All the way back in the day.
Bugs Bunny definitely did that for sure. There's actually like the Looney Tunes like Twitter like have like, you know, Bugs Bunny going like, "Oh, happy Pride Month. You know, I was a bit of a... I dressed this way back in the day myself."
Listen, there's nothing funnier than a man in a skirt. I've heard that's the rhetoric some people have used. I can't remember who that was, or someone being interviewed. But I realize what it is now, and it's to do with the view that all women are like performing femininity to try and impress me enough to mate with them. And if you assume that, and someone who's AMAB puts a dress on and starts identifying as a woman, of course you find it funny because I've never tapped that. Whether or not you would is actually a different debate. But like that's pretty much you saying I see women as objects, and this is a funny looking object because it doesn't meet my needs.
Yeah, that's interesting to think about because like the standards of femininity that we have like in modern society with the like the dressing right and the makeup and all that sort of stuff, completely manufactured. Like none of that is like actually like biological by any stretch of the imagination. So it's like if we're judging like trans girls by like a measure of femininity, there's a lot of cis girls that don't measure up to that same measure of femininity, nor should they.
I think that there's a lot of trans girls out there who are more invested in performing femininity than cis women.
Yeah, no, for sure, absolutely. Well, I mean, there's also that like debate on like whether or not they have to.
Well, I don't think they should
perceived as valid.
No. But I would say that like culturally they have more of a reason to feel comfortable doing that because it's validated.
Yeah.
That's not being a trans person myself, I can't speak for them, but that would be my guess from observation.
Yeah, you're not cisplaining or anything like that. You're just
positing a theory.
Yeah.
You see, lobsters.
I know what you're referencing.
That's lobstertainment.
So what you're trying to say is... No, that's not what I'm trying to say. I'm talking about lobsters.
Even the slightest breeze could...
Invincible. My monthly throat scraping.
That it really does suck though, because for young transes who haven't quite figured themselves out yet, when they watch a TV show with their family and their mom and their dad and their sister are all laughing at the man on TV wearing a skirt, it kind of makes them go a little bit deeper into the closet. Yeah, like, and that is not so good.
Yeah, I love MASH, but I can't handle Klinger anymore.
Yeah, so many things just haven't aged so well. It's really interesting. Whoa, hello there. Good lord. Hi.
You grow up thinking that like you've emerged from the age of regressive and repressive ideas, but that you still find new ones.
Yeah.
Like people knock NFTs too much. I'm actually really big into NFTs, and I think everyone should buy my orangutan monkey NFT because orangutans are the superior monkey.
God.